Hi everyone, let's paint together this beautiful 25 centimeters mandala Peony cloud. All materials will be in description. I will use this DecoArt for colors and art creation pearl white 3D drops. So starting with 3D drops pearl white. As you see, we got some marks already. Circles every 1 centimeters and 30 degrees lines. So we are starting with a row of drops and the color is light Mocha, DecoArt Americana. You can use another paints, just like look online the color and just find something that you can buy in your store. Second row, we are going with nice white peach. And you see we are placing our dots between previous line of dots. The next row is blush pink color and it's located again between previous row of dots, between dots and on a cross of lines and circle as you see on video. You can place and add more and more paint, making these dots more visible. After that, I want to place these oval shape forms, but if you don't have one, you can use anything else, just big dots, or maybe just with this tool create from the dot shape of drop, for example. So this one is 12 millimeters length, so just for your understanding the measurement. And the color is beautiful Terra coral. And I'm moving paint because after it's dry out, I want to place another color on the top. That's why I'm moving paint around on this shape. With 2 millimeter tool and light mocha color, just place one bigger drop and move around with a little bit smaller tool and create this nice row of dots. And you see, I'm not going till the end around, I'm leaving some space at the end, like that. Looks like how nice it is. So next thing, we're doing 2 big dots, and after that placing on the top third one, and the color is again this white peach. So starting with 2 and third one after that. On the video you can see the placement, so it will be easy for you to do the same. Looks like how nice it is. Small brush and moving around with the same white peach. Be careful if you are not sure in your skill yet. Just wait until everything dry out and just move with strokes. Don't rush, take your time and enjoy the process. It's so satisfying to paint. And moving around like that. Look at this, how beautiful it is. Amazing. Actually, for small mandala, this actually will be enough. It's so beautiful. A little bit bigger brush for the next move, and we're starting from this, as you see, a little bit more than centimeter up marks, and doing 2 strokes like that, moving between the flowers. And the color is Terra Coral. We'll place more strokes after that, so don't worry, but it's so beautiful. Look at this. And again, this one 1.5 millimeters, and color is blush pink. Again, if you don't have one, we are leaving one line without this dot. Just be careful, because I want to create really big flowers. And moving paint around again, because I want to place another color on top when it's dry out. You can use just big dot, and with the tool make like tail and shape, create this shape if you want to. You don't need special tools if you don't have one. And placing like bigger dot on the top of this oval form, and really small ones around, as you see on the video. The color is white peach, really beautiful one. And this ovals is blush pink. I don't remember if I said how beautiful it is, yeah. And one more drops, as you see on the video, with this blush pink, just on the top of this row that we just created. And after that, with the same color and middle size or small brush, we are creating strokes around this. And you see we are going down like centimeter lower than this dot that we just created. The video will really help you to understand the location. Tiny thin brush for next move, and the color is light Mocha, and doing really thin strokes around. Again, if you are not sure in your skills, just wait until the previous row dry out. With acrylic paint, it just not for too long, it just 30 minutes maybe. And we are putting these drops, as you see, like maybe almost centimeter up from the previous dot we just created. Don't rush, take your time. Middle size brush. The color is this beautiful white peach, and these strokes should be like a little bigger, wider, and may go. We're starting almost from the borderline of this mandala and going down a little bit lower, as you see in the video. We need got enough paint on our brush and going down. don't rush, take your time. Next row of strokes, we are starting a little bit lower, as you see, like 5 maybe millimeters lower, and this beautiful blush pink, amazing color, and just moving around. You see how you can literally press down your brush and make these strokes a little bit wider. And we're going a little bit lower, as you've seen with our paint, and end of strokes, and filling this gap with the previous row. So next color, we using again white peach and starting again a little bit lower. And as you see, when we are starting from different places, we're creating this beautiful petals, and they're so like real flower, looks like, so beautiful. And this is one of the secrets actually to create these beautiful flowers from strokes. We are starting like from the different places, not from the same level. Next one, the same brush, and the color is Terra Coral. You see, going down almost till the end, and again starting a little bit lower than previous strokes, and it's making this more and more beautiful. Sorry for the noise. If you can hear, I'm living not far from airport, so you can hear some noises. Beautiful. Okay, the next one, I'm using the same brush and this blush pink again. And you see, we can go a little bit wider with our petals. And again, you looking at my paint, but your custom paint can be a little bit different, because when we are creating strokes, it really depends of your technique. So just look at your paint and maybe make it thinner, wider, just create how you feel it. And again, we're starting a little bit lower, and just look how beautiful this plays out with creating these flowers. Beautiful. I like it so much. So moving forward, I'm using the same brush, but maybe you need a little bit tinier brush. Just look. So the color is light mocha, and I wanna create these petals, as you see, like moving a little bit around and making our flower wider and more interesting. So if you are not sure, just wait until it's dry out and just place these long strokes around, as you see on the video. We're starting on the top of this Terra Coral petals. Yes, we're done. Look how beautiful it is. And the next one, again, I'm starting like almost on the borderline, and this time the color is white peach, and this one is like much wider And again, I'm moving around, and this time I'm trying to fill all these gaps, as you see, to make this like totally filling with paint and avoid black holes. But look at your custom paint and really look how you feel it. I'm just a suggestion. This is my suggestions, and you need to do what your inspiration you lead to. So next one, the same brush, and I'm starting like, as you see, like maybe 1.5 centimeters from the bottom, from the angle of the paint of mandala. And again, this Terra coral, and you see I'm not going down because I don't want to combine the same color. I'm making like this small petals like that to make our flowers a little bit wider and fill these gaps between flowers. And look at your custom paint and decide if you need to make it thinner, wider. Just look at your paint. And the next one, starting a little bit lower, as you see, and with blush pink, I'm using the same brush. Again, small half flowers strokes, as you see on the video. And this flower is even wider now. I like it so much. Like real peonies. Beautiful. So the next one, I'm placing dots, like big ones, with color white peach. As you see on the video, the location like 5 millimeters from the borderline and between flowers. And it should be around 5, maybe centimeter towards like space between this and strokes. And because everything already dry out for me, I'm placing maybe 8 millimeters oval shapes on the top now, as you see. And you see I'm going a little bit lower, not exactly on the top, just a little bit lower. And the color is blush pink. And on these ones, I'm placing again a little bit lower and smaller than previous. And the color is white peach. And moving paint, and because I wanna, after it's dry out, place some nice details on top. So everything dry out, and I wanna add these shiny gems. If you don't have one, just use 3D drops. I will add 2 rows of these gems, as you see, and on the top of these oval shapes. So starting with 3D drops, I'm placing big drops and making tails going between row of the dots, as you see, like that. This one I just place, for example, for myself, and first of all I'm going around with row of dots with Terra coral. They are not fixed, just for me to understand where it will be after that. As you see, it's maybe a little bit dangerous sometimes, so you need to be careful. You may wanna just put maybe marks for yourself, or risk like I did. So it's biggest one on the top and with small ones walking around. After that, with really thin brush and this light Mocha, I'm starting strokes from the bottom, as you see, and going up. They're not big and not wide strokes. Again, if you're not worried, not sure in yourself yet, just wait until dry out so you can like walk around, and if not something didn't work out, you can easily remove paint until dry out. And you see how it lines up our paint immediately. Again, a little bit wider brush, but still small brush. And the color is white peach, and I'm starting strokes from the top this time, as you see on the paint. On top and going down. I'm releasing pressure at the end to make the end of the stroke like almost invisible. With again small tiny brush, adding a couple of strokes with blush pink. And again, look at your custom paint and see where exactly you're starting. I'm starting where I got some additional space. It's a kind of middle of previous stroke, but this can be different in your case. With the same brush, I got a little bit more space, so I decided to go with additional small strokes, as you see, and I'm using the color white peach and filling this gap. As you see, wanna remove like as much black as I can in this particular space between strokes. And with the same brush, but with light Mocha, I'm making small strokes around these big dots that we made before. And if you're not sure, again, you can use a little thin tool, and because this space is a really small one, if you more prefer going with a tool, you can use tool in this case. I'm using the same brush, and this time 2 strokes around the previous one with blush pink. And with the same brush and Terra Coral, one more from both sides. And we are filling this gap between these big flowers on our paint. A little bit bigger brush and our blush pink color, and I'm making like long strokes as you see on the video, and making like big petals like that on the top. Maybe this time you can put this a little bit on the top of previous strokes. It really depends on your paint. remove all bubbles if you want some. And as you see, we are separating colors this way and filling gaps between petals. Making our paint a little bit more interesting. Again, small drops at the end of these flowers. In the bottom, like filling these gaps that were created like with strokes. And big ones on the top of this 3D drop, and second one a little bit lower. And with the tool we are moving this drop down and creating this nice, almost like shape of water drop, but created from these 3D drops, and this making the base of this flower. And obviously filling this gap between strokes. It's beautiful. And adding small 3D drops between petals like that, so it's making this flower complete. And letting our paint dry out. After that, I'm using this particular varnish, but you can use another one. So putting varnish on and waiting until dry out. And with I'm adding like without any color glue and putting on the top my gems. As I said, you can use 3D drops and it still will be beautiful. Just small drop of glue and gem on top. It really depends how you want to see this. I'm using this pinkish, little bit, not bright pink, but with shiny gems. You can use another one if you want to, maybe a bigger one. I like this tiny small details, how it's working this way. Hope you enjoy this paint and this video. How beautiful it is. This 25cm Mandala PeonyCloud, and see you on next one. Bye.